you're on a short list with some people named Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. How many years has that taken, and what kind of dedication has that made to become a living legend? That's quite an impressive title.
Well, you know, it's a title they give you. It's an award I won, and you know, you don't never let anything like that go to your head. I try to play that kind of stuff down. Yeah, it helps with, you know, marketing and all that, and I did work hard, and you know, I earned those titles. I earned my rank. Nobody gave me any rank. I worked hard. I got my butt kicked many times at testings. I was always the young one. I'm a young buck to have a 9th degree, and all the seniors would kick my butt all over the place, and yeah, but it made me stronger physically, mentally, and emotionally. You know, made me stronger, and you know, I'm glad that I've been honored in that way. That was from the Universal Martial Arts Association.
Yep.
The other induction, well, that was just last year, but in 2006 I was inducted into the International Karate and Kickboxing Hall of Fame, and that's one where Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, Helio Gracie, Masayama, you know, some of the greats have been inducted into. You know, I'm privileged and humbled by being inducted into such halls of fame. I've had some other offers for other halls of fame. I've had to turn some of them down. Part of it because I couldn't make it to their banquets and so on, and I don't want them just to mail me something. You know, out of respect, I'd like to be there. You can't be at everything. You know, I try, and I think that just came from, all those things came from a lot of hard work. Teaching my traditional martial arts, you know, a 9th degree black belt, teaching kids class, teaching 4-year-olds. Some people get to this point where I'm not going to teach those kids. Hey, that's where it starts. I came out of a kids program. You know, some of my best fighters came out of a kids program and been with me forever. You know, I've had students with me up to 36 years now. The person that runs the Toronto, or Barry, he's been with me 36 years. You know, yeah, Harry McAverta. You know, I've got my students in Thunder Bay, been with me 30 years. They've been in it a long time. Some of them have fought, some haven't, but they're still in the game, you know, from traditional martial arts. I'm still in the game after 42 years. I started basically in 68, 69, doing some judo. Then I got into karate 70, 71, and continued on. And was very lucky to have the opportunity to attend a lot of seminars. It didn't matter what style. People get hell-bent on their style, you know. Yes, it's very important, and respect towards their individual system, that's very, very important, and work at it real hard and develop it. But, you know, be open-minded. Go out and train with a whole bunch of different people. That's what I did. I trained in so many different systems. I had a good opportunity to train in 6 different systems of the martial arts. But as far as seminars, I went and I trained with so many different people of all different systems of weapons training. People say, what do you do weapons, martial arts weapons for? Well, you know what you do? You take that martial arts weapon, the long staff or whatever, and you relate it to today's society. How do I use that for self-defense today? Yeah, we don't walk around bow staffs, but you know, I might pick up a stick, a broomstick, or you know, a tire iron, and I can boom, boom, I can block with it. You know, and I can use it. I can use it for self-defense purposes if somebody's attacking me with a weapon, whether it's a chair or a bar stool. It's fortunate and unfortunate. I was a bouncer in rock and roll bars back in the 70s. Okay? We didn't always have the best crowd in that bar.
No, I can imagine.
And I'm a little guy. I'm not a big guy. But I've had over 300 real fights. Or confrontations, you know, taking a guy, have to take him out. But I've had tables swung at me, chairs swung at me, bottles thrown at me. I've got some cuts on my arms, you know, some knives. Thank God I knew what I was doing. I had 4 situations with guns. Again, thank God I knew what I was doing, and it came from my traditional training and training with the people that I trained with that were ex-military. You know, they made me really wise to that kind of stuff. And I survived it. But I took that negative, I call it a negative, and turned it into a positive. What I've done is I've taken those situations and I take them into my class and I teach people from that. Because I've been there and I've done that. You know, the guy came at me like this. Well, I did this. You know, these are the things I did. Guy came at me like this and I got hit. This didn't work. This stuff is just an exercise in the martial arts. Like I've learned the differences, you know, because a lot of things in the martial arts, or maybe the way it was taught to you, they just wouldn't work in a real hardcore fight.
For sure.
And when it comes down to it, You know, guys that get your black belts, you know, I want you to respect that black belt and keep training. But the problem is, I know guys out there, it's not a problem. I know guys out there that don't have any martial arts training will whoop your behind. Yeah. Because they're just plain fighters. Because it's not the style, it's not the belt, it's the individual. Yeah. Some guys are just hardcore fighters. They will bite you. They'll gouge you in the eye. But again, that's what I would do in a fight. But some guys just have that mentality. You get some guys in the ring that have only been training a few months, and they go in there and they just destroy people. They're just fighters.
My first 3 fights were all within 4 months training, so I kind of know about that. I like to fight, but then there's a lot of us out there. But I mean, you get that training in there, and you just get that much better, so much faster.
Sharpens things up. You know, because, some guys are just natural fighters. But then you get that training. I could take that natural fighter and tweak them. Yeah. You know, you're tweaking. You know, make them a little faster, a little stronger, give them a little ring savvy, make them a little smarter in the street. Don't get hit so much. Because a lot of times, even though, those guys are tough, they get hit a lot too. Oh, yeah. You know? Yeah, so, right? We don't want to block with our face too much. No. It hurts after a while, So, develop their defenses. Yeah. So if you're a tough guy and you're a tough fighter, tweak your technique. Go to somebody who can help you out. And that'll give you that edge. That's why these guys at the top have that edge. That's why they're at the top. You look in their background. Either their coach is a traditional black belt, or they're a traditional black belt, or have a lot of extensive martial arts training. Yeah. And they do.
For sure, and as you can see, he knows what he's talking about. Do you have anything else to tell our fans, Albert?
Just watch for the Mady fighters. We've been around a long time. It's funny, we've gone to some events. We never heard about you guys. We were fought in Winnipeg a few years ago, kickboxing event. We took 4 fighters. We won 3 of the matches, all first-round knockouts. And this was at an event that had some well-known kickboxing clubs out west. We never heard of you. Then I read some stuff on the internet. Never heard of those guys. Oh, we're going to whoop them. And we walked out of there beating all their best guys, And we lost 1 match. It happens, You win some, you lose some. If it's a legit win and you didn't get cheated, you shake his hand, you go have a drink with him, and live to fight another day, right? But, just keep training, everybody. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, then why do it? So do it, enjoy it. Instructors and coaches out there, it's got to be serious. I work them hard. Sometimes they're mad at me, My wife said, you were too hard on him. You demonstrated too hard on that guy. No, I didn't. I've had arguments with people about that. Even so, my instructors, Al, you're kind of hard on him. Well, either they want to be a champion or they don't. That's what you have to do. That's the road to being a champion. That's the road to winning awards like, a Living Legend Award. It's hard work. Nobody's going to just give it to you. And if they just gave it to you, I wouldn't be too proud of it.
There wouldn't be too many other guys out there either.
No.
It wouldn't be a short list anymore. Well, there you have it from Albert Mady, and you're watching CanadianProfighter.com.